How you doing? I'm Bill Cook. The thing that prevents most would-be investors from ever owning rental property is the fear of tenants. What's going to happen if they don't make their rent payment on time, or they don't take care of the property and you have to do an eviction, and that can lead to cussing or fistfights, or the tenant's going to tear up the house, and lions and tigers. And I know for Kim and me, that almost prevented us from ever becoming real estate investors because we heard all the stories. Now, here's the reality. The house you see behind me right there, that's the very first rental property Kim and I ever bought back in the mid-90s. And we just had to go through an eviction process on this house. What happened was the tenants weren't able to make payments in February, and we did the dispossessory. It went to court. We won in court, and the judge gave the tenants until March 13th, which was yesterday, to be out of the house. And today's March 14th, and I just pulled up to the house just to do the inspection to see if they're really out of the house or not, and how they left the house. So let's go take a look. But I have a question for you before we go in. The question is this. We had to do a dispossessory. We went in from a judge. How do you think, after going through all this, how do you think the tenant left the house? Clean, dirty, torn up, holes in the wall? What do you think? Let's take a look. Again, I just pulled up. I haven't done anything to this house. Look how clean it is. Stove's clean, sink's clean, counter's clean, no holes in the walls, washroom is clean, the floors have been mopped, they've been vacuumed, walls are in great shape. And these folks have been in this house for, not too far from a year, and we won't have to do anything to this property other than come in and clean and put signs in the yard, and it'll be ready to go back on the market. I mean, you can see it sparkling. Tub's clean. And you can even see, on the floor, she vacuumed her way out. So how did this happen? Is there some magic formula that Kim and I followed to have someone we did a dispossessory on? Is there some magic formula that we followed in order to get the tenant to leave the house like this? And the answer is no. Well, yes. We were real selective in who we put in our houses. Before we let a tenant into one of our houses, we make sure that we do an in-home inspection on where they live. We do the inspection where they live before they move into our house. So how we found out that whatever their house looks like inside and out is exactly how they'll have our house looking. So in this case, with this tenant, when I did the in-home back before they moved in, she was neat as a pin. So yeah, we went through some hard times, she and her husband went through some hard times financially, and they did have to move. But the thing was, by nature, she's very neat. She's very honorable. She's a very nice lady. And look how they left the house. So the key with your rental property is be very selective on the tenants you bring in. And don't just put someone in because they have the money. And another thing to remember is when a lease is signed, your work as a landlord just began. So after they moved in, I did a number of in-home inspections. Made sure if they had a problem with a ceiling fan or a faucet, they got fixed quickly. We responded to them quickly. So even when they were moving out, being forced to move out, we kept a good relationship with them, and they understood they weren't able to make the payments. They were going to have to move, and look how they left the house. So if you're thinking about becoming an investor, if you're thinking about rental property, I understand all the stories you hear, but just know that those stories almost kept Kim and me from ever becoming investors. We never would have had this house as a rental property for the last however many years, approaching 20 years. So remember, landlording is a learned thing. It's not a born knowing how to do a thing. So learn. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.